I'm here with Liz Simmons of Hollywood Santa Monica Heights in East Dallas. She's known for decorating for the holidays. And my first question is how long have you been decorating for the holidays?
Well, probably 11 or 12 years, something like that.
What got you started in?
Well, I acquired like 8,000 lights back when I lived on Prospect and put them all over our fourplex, and everybody loved it. And then from then it just started getting bigger and got into doing design, and then the design got more elaborate and getting more stuff, blah, blah, blah.
How long does it take you to put all these lights up?
Well, this year I started really early, so I wanted to do some new stuff, and I kind of wanted to fiddle around. So I started a couple of days after Halloween.
I don't see any outages now, young lady.
Yeah, I have one little thing I've noticed, but...
We won't talk about that one.
Okay, yeah. Good. So this is the entry. I have the Patricians are building me a big podium for people to sign my guest book, so that'll go here. But anyway, so this is the little Christmas pathway. Anyway, these are, for Halloween I do a big display as well, and I used a lot of sticks. And anyway, I was looking at this one stick, I think it was, I can't remember what stick it was. Anyway, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, that's an everyday stick. And anyway, I was like, oh my God, if I put lights on those, it'll be awesome. So these are just sticks that I found, well, they're actually in my collection. And they're just, I just dig a little hole and poke them in the ground. So they're not trees, they're just little sticks. Anyway, this is the entryway that I made, I guess, 2 years ago. Plywood glitter, the entryway. Anyway, this year I did it in the rope lights, which I think is kind of cool. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have, you know, put lights in a bottle and make a little walkway. So I started working on it during the day, and I was like, you know, this looks like crap. And then I went and had a few drinks, came back, and it was dark, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, it is beautiful. So I was going door to door collecting bottles, and every year I try to get rid of like the more boring bottles, like wine bottles, and add. It seems that vodka and tequila bottles are really cool. So I collect blow molds, especially Santa Clauses, and blow molds are these plastic guys, light EFE plastic guys. And some of the ones I have are old, others are pretty new, but I have quite a collection. Snowmen are my favorite. I have quite a few Santas as well. Anyway, he's new. And that little guy, I got a good deal on at Curiosities because he didn't have a nose, so I gave him a nose. The stars up there, that whole thing's new. It was going to be a whole, like, wall of lights, like the roof. But then I got it up there, and I had the stars on it, and I was just like, it took us like 4 hours to do it, and I was just like, I don't like it. So we took all the lights off and just left the stars. And anyway, I'm really happy with it. Anywho, and then this is my little gnome forest. That's it's kind of new, you know. Again, the stick thing. Anyway, I think we talked about these before, but a friend of mine got me those at Canton. The little elves I got at a thrift store over on Garland for $3 each, and they're from 1964. Anyway, they're really cool. Oh yeah, the sleigh. Made that right after I moved here, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Anyway, I wanted a sleigh, so I made that sleigh. And anyway, I had this lion in the sleigh at first that I got out of a trash can over on Victor, and he was kind of the star of the sleigh for a long time, but now he's kind of falling apart. So anyway, a bunch of new guys.
Tell me, Dr. Simmons, about your electric bill. What's that like?
Oh, it's not very good. Okay, like for example, October this year, my bill was $50. Last year, for this display, it was over 500. So for me, I mean, for a lot of people, that's not a lot, but considering mine normally is, even in the summer, mine is $120. So that's a lot. And, you know, depending on how long I have it on this year, it'll probably be even more than that. But, and what's a bummer is that I now have a digital meter. I used to have the spinny aroundy kind, and you could really see it just flying. But now it's not as interesting. Anywho, and then the roof, well, I could tell you how many lights and stuff. I mean, like, okay, the big tree's like 25,000 lights, that big huge one that we did with the boom lift. And then this yellow tree, the gold, pink, and red one, that has, believe it or not, 8,000 to 10,000 lights on it. And then, like, the roof itself, it took us like a couple of days to do the roof. Usually comes, everything's hot glued, by the way. Like, for the most part, I have nails on some things, like here in the front of the house, I have 1x2s with nails, but for the most part, like the C9s, all hot glued. And the roof probably has, I don't know, 9,000 or 10,000 lights on it. And then the Santa Claus is all up there on the roof. A friend of mine on Prospect gave me all of those. She got them at an estate sale. And the big Santa Claus, he's new. My neighbor right over here gave him to me, and I was really excited.
So, do you have an idea about how many hot glue sticks you use?
A trillion. Because making the stars uses a whole bunch, because I had to make all those new stars this year. And that probably took 2 bags of glue sticks. So this is the dark window that's always bothered me, so I've been thinking, oh, I want to do like a little winter scene. Anyway, so one of the rainy days, I've been kind of tired of being out in the rain and cold this year, so I made this little, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a diorama. Anyway, it was really fun. I just took cardboard boxes and little weird items that I had around the house. Anywho, so that was fun for me. Okay, then this is, I added this like 3 years ago. It's the Christmas tunnel. And anyway, it was really fun to do. It's pretty crazy. See, like these little things? I love those. And then the bike. And then did these little weird designs on the wall. It was really fun, actually. But this is the only thing that I keep up year round, just because it's kind of for every day in a way. And each year I have to come in and you know, like redo it because stuff quits working and all that kind of stuff. And then I always add. But out. There's always something. Anyway, so apparently this power strip's trashed. So I'll have to redo that. But anywho, so.
How many power strips do you have in your yard?
Okay, I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 15, 16, 17. Easy 17, probably more. Yeah, but fortunately now I have a bunch of stuff on breakers, so instead of going and having to turn on all those power strips, I can just go click, 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 click. So it's a lot easier. So, anywho. Then I've got a whole list. See what else. Oh, I've got to add the curtain right there that'll block that. Oh, I've got to do a display in the big window. Over there where, you know, behind the Abominable, that big window is. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, I had everything all scratched off, and then I started adding stuff. So anyway, that's about it, unless I think of something else.
Are you ever really finished, though?
No, I'm never, ever really finished. There's always more stuff to do. That's why I started this year right after Halloween, so that I could come up with more stuff. So no, it's never finished. And I hope it's never finished, ever.